Wendy from Cute Geek, and I'm here with Trevor from Sprint, who's going to tell us about the new Motorola Photon.
Okay, so this is the Motorola Photon 4G from Sprint. We just announced it today. It's coming this summer. The first thing you'll notice is it has just a great 4.3-inch display, so a real big display. It's a QHD display, so it's a real high-resolution display. So really a great device from a multimedia perspective. And I'll just do a quick tour around the device itself. So here you've got just a traditional kind of power button, lock button, as well as a 3.5mm headset jack. Over here you've got micro USB for power, as well as an HDMI out, so I can actually use the device to connect to a TV, an HD TV or an HD monitor, and play video at 1080p, so real high resolution video. Over here I've got traditional buttons, so I've got a dedicated camera button. They've got a real nice texture, as well as an up-down rocker. And then on the back, I've got an 8-megapixel camera with dual flash. On the front, I've got a VGA camera, so I've got dual cameras. I've got a 1 gigahertz processor. Underneath the hood, it's a dual-core NVIDIA Tegra 2 processor. And I've got 16 gigabytes of memory, as well as a gigabyte of RAM. And then a nice little kickstand here that allows me to actually kick it out. And when I kick it out, it actually turns the display to landscape, and in this case it opened up kind of an alarm clock mode where I actually can put this on my nightstand, on the kickstand, and I can look at the weather, I can play music, I can look at pictures, I can set a clock for bedtime basically. So I'll put the kickstand back in and go back to the display. So it is Android 2.3, so I've got the multiple home screens, and one thing that Motorola does really well is blur. So I've got a couple widgets here that are pretty cool. This is the messaging widget, and really what it does is it integrates all my messaging. So I've got my email, I've got my text messaging, I've got Facebook feeds, I've got Twitter feeds, all coming to one integrated mailbox. If I want to just see them in maybe just my email mailbox, I can actually choose individual mailboxes as well too. It does a real good job too for social networking integration. So right now I'm just getting feeds from Twitter, Facebook, and it brings them all into one space. So I've got Twitter, I've got Facebook, I've got LinkedIn coming here. I can look at things kind of in a list mode, as well as I can filter on just things that are relevant to me, or I can look at everything. Obviously, since you've got a big display, definitely pictures and video are going to play real well. And when I look at what I'm getting feeds for here is just my gallery pictures. I'm getting updates from people that I follow, but I can actually look at my library as well too. So you'll see really vivid pictures, and then videos as well too. So I'll launch a video here. And again, it plays video at 720p and records at 720p. It'll output video at 1080p. So great device for the consumer, also a great device for a business user. It's international capable. It also has all the things that IT managers love, so enterprise security, so password protection, the ability to remotely wipe the device if someone loses the device, as well as data encryption. And there are some apps on here as well too that are really great from a productivity perspective. So Quick Office is a great app that actually allows me to save documents. So I can actually edit documents. So here I've got a Word document that I can actually edit on the device itself, save it, send it. And I can do that for Word documents. I can do it for Excel. I can do it for PowerPoints and PDF documents as well too. So Photon 4G, it's a great device from a consumer perspective, but also it's a great device from a business perspective as well.